Hey, what is up guys, Rock30 here, and I'm back with another episode of Call of Cthulhu. Let's get right into it. Chapter 6, Sandra's Residence. We are just going into the art gallery. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow, Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter, who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. Alright guys, let's do it. Okay, I'm just gonna go around and examine all of her art. Can I like steal some of her? Front door's locked. Is this a rape dungeon, mayhaps? Probably not. Wait a second. Yeah, that's the same painting. What the hell? Please don't tell me that... There's the blood on that painting.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Nice cylinder. An audio recording that Francis Sanders left for his wife, Irene. Cool. I could do it right now, but I want to look at some other cool stuff. Your house is too dark, lady. You need to install some lamps.
Did she really care for him after all?
Dear Madam, I acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I am sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you at the moment of his interment. You signed a discharge allowing me to dispose of the body as I see fit. I accept my deepest condolences to you, Ms. Fuller. So, Dr. Fuller knows quite a bit more than we think he does. Nice. The second volume in the series covers everything from gas gangrene to trench neff. In addition to a precise and detailed study, the book presents some avant-garde theories. The incredible complexity of this book reserves it for medical experts. Alright, cool. Anything I can get to increase my medicine.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Photograph of Sarah Hawkins next to the Sanders. They must be close. Oh. Reconstruction. Huh. So, I don't think that that picture in the background is the Shambler. I just don't. Alright. They were having tea, obviously. Like, just do the thing. There.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close.
What?
Friends, even?
They're just having tea. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're close.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Well, I mean, she had a deal with Cthulhu or something, and that's why she has the visions. And in one of the clues, it said she revoked the deal. I don't know why she would keep the painting. Why didn't she just burn it if she didn't want
A house of artists.
if she didn't want to sell it, you know?
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Why the hell is it? Whoa. Whoa. Oh, because we don't know what it looks like, I guess. Maybe the picture is too blurry. I don't know.
She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel?
Ow. I don't like the ringing.
Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
I think she's more disgusted at her husband for liking this picture. I don't want to do that yet. Can I seriously not exit the reconstruction? Ah! What the hell? Oh, Jesus. Oh, God!
The Shambler. I need to see it.
I don't want to see it anymore. Can I leave? Please? Let me leave? No, she already locked me in. Cool, let's see what this does.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes.
Huh.
I can't take anymore. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
I assume that's when he scratched his eyes out.
Those accursed paintings, that accursed Sarah.
What are you hiding from me? Sorry. It's fun. Oh, cool. So we'll get more cylinders. Cylinders are my favorite shape. Sorry, I just thought you guys might like to know. Alright, well, I guess it's gallery time. That's the way to the gallery. Nope. I just want to sneak into her bedroom and just steal all the valuables. Hey, cat, what are you doing in here? Let's close and lock the door. Okay.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
An ancient amulet, probably Amerindian. I wonder what purpose could be. What its purpose could be. The Whale and the Cod. A Brief History of Darkwater by Erwin Greenmouth. It is focused on the past glory of the island.
I could use one of those.
Found these sleeping pills in the Sanders house. Were they prescribed to Francis Sanders or to Irene?
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning to you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fault. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler. Your friend, Sarah Hawkins. So, maybe the Shambler's influence in their mind doesn't let them destroy the paintings.
An old diary.
This volume spends some time on Reverend Wickwood's community commentary. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregation are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their visions as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe. I'm hearing a lot about the lost tribe. Wonder what that's all about. I mean, they probably had some sort of deal with the Shambler. But they're probably, I don't know. Strength. I'll talk to her first. After. Did you read the book? What? Not yet.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective.
Shut up.
Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Answers? I don't have good eloquence.
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
And you, What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings.
Oh.
She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network, and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Nope. Alright, let's break open this box. Hey, we did it. There was no lock on it. Just a simple latch. Cool. Key to the Sanders Gallery. Ah, hell yeah, I'd read it. Let's go. It's a kind of encyclopedia of monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. Malleus Beasterium, Volume 2. Okay, alright. That scared me. So, doing stuff like that is the kind of thing that would drive someone insane. So that looks like someone right there running away from tentacles with books in their hand and books all around. It looks like that character from Skyrim, Hermaeus Mora. More medical. It is the work of a student in book form. Although the observations are relevant, they lack the expertise of an experienced physician. However, the questions asked allow us to imagine new ways of exploring human anatomy. Let's check out the character sheet. I still have, like, no occultism or medicine. Jesus. The ritual, Malleus Beasterium, the death of Francis Sanders. Pierce read an ancient treatise, Malleus Beasterium. Beasterium makes an inventory of numerous creatures from the occult world or parallel dimensions. The very nature of its knowledge makes it an unholy book. By reading it, Pierce lost some of his sanity. Oh, shit. Look on the right. My sanity has gone down. I want to know the answer. Oh, dear God. The dimensional shambler comes from a dark and inhospitable dimension where the rarity of food sources keeps it in a state of permanent starvation. This is why it's in a constant state of readiness to travel to other dimensions in order to feed on its inhabitants. Make sure you never weaken the veils of your dimension, otherwise you risk attracting this very dangerous creature. Should this happen, you just have to lay eyes upon it for its being to anchor itself in your dimension and allow it to rip you open with its claws. By Abigail G. And will gather the knowledge through the lines dictated to me by the Great Old Ones. The Old Ones are basically the race that Cthulhu is. But also in other volumes, the visions that assail me, whispering me names and silhouettes of mystical creatures. Soon the Malleus Monstorium repository of all anatomical, cosmic, and dimensional knowledge will be seen as the authoritative work. This book, unholy among the most cursed books, one day be the final rampart between man and the predators that are waiting to devour him, hidden beyond the veil of parallel dimensions. By Abigail G. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's head on in there. Onward to insanity! Away from insanity! Oh dear. Alright. Nice overweight Murloc. That all he has to say? Just,
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Probably from the original tribes of the island. So, basically, what the game did just there was show me that this is going to be a stealth section. They should have sprung that on me. Like, they shouldn't have let me get into the cupboard before, you know, I saw something chasing me or something.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
It's really cool. Those look like the dimensional things. An obelisk, okay, with souls coming off of it. More Picasso-esque things. More of those dimensional things. Those people are just statues. Isn't that her dad? Or, yeah, him. Stephen Webster? Huh. Looks like her dad. More oil. Cool. I haven't really had a need to use that. More of those? I need to learn the name of them again. They are dimensional shamblers. Well, those seem like minor annoyances instead of like something that could be orchestrating all of this.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Sacrifices, you know, the works. There's a lot of meh statues. No, it is the Shambler. So, the game called Call of Cthulhu is actually about these little guys. I think I know what I'm gonna have to do. It's gonna get real dark. Alright. Jesus. That thing's gonna bite you. You better stay away from it. It's gonna bite you. Getting some serious Stranger Things vibes. Oh. Oh, God. Serious Stranger Things. Oh, that's nasty. Oh. These little clicky teeth. Jesus. Thanks for the Eldritch Abomination. We'll be sure not to have nightmares tonight. Dear God.
What the hell was that?
You think I know? Actually, I do know. It's the Shambler. It's coming for me. You back up now. Yeah, come on.
What the hell was that?
Okay, so it's hopefully fast enough. So it's automatically coming my direction. So that's not fun.
What the hell was that?
It's the Shambler, dude. You know this. So I can't look at it. Okay. Or else it'll know where I am.
What the hell was that?
Can I leave? No. Swag.
I can't even touch it.
I don't know where it is. It's me. Be gone. So what am I supposed to do? Examine the Shambler.
What the hell?
Consult diary.
What was that?
Come on. This is actually super annoying. Go away. I probably have to go around and get all those things. Go away. Please.
Down. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Maybe. What? It wants me to grab the dagger, right? That's what I assume. I should have
What
been
the hell
blocking
was
with
that?
it. I feel like this is gonna be a lot of trial and error.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
How do I swing with it?
I can't even touch it.
Where's this thing? Wants me to use the dagger? Am I supposed to sneak up on it?
What the hell was that?
Oh, do I bring it back to the painting, maybe?
Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it!
This is gonna be a lot of trial and error.
What the hell was
Well,
that?
this is not fun at all. I should at least be able to look at it.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
No way. Hey. Sorry about my phone. I have to have the volume on to have the alarm actually go
What
off.
the hell was that?
But I don't record for 2.5 hours.
Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
Probably. I'm sure having fun. Wow. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Alright, let's do this 100% trial and error.
What the hell was
Legit.
that?
I'm gonna wait in here until it goes, until it leaves. Till I... Alright, fine. Seems This is fun. I'm having fun. Is this the one that I saw in the guide? I mean, wait, I didn't look at a guide. Is this the one?
This dagger looks different.
Oh man, that's scary. Oh, come on. Having a lot of fun. I don't know about you guys, but this is... Oh, this is entertaining.
What the hell was that? Looks different.
Hear it get a little louder. Okay, there it is. Now it needs to leave. Do not get stuck on the... I don't want this game's spaghetti code to make me do all this again. Alright, cool. Stab it. Stab it in the heart. Punch it in the throat. We should have let Cat do this. Oh, God. Right, no, don't.
What's the matter with you?
I'm not insane.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't say anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I read the thing. I know what.
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
Oh.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Okay. Wait, what did I find in that box? I think I found the key, right? Anyway. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the nameless bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. You should pull out that dagger, because, well, if it's sharp enough to rip a painting apart, it's sharp enough to kill a man. Or just yada yada over the blood stain. It's fine.
Where's the bookseller? An old diary.
The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. precise and illustrated... as precise and illustrated with as much detail as the first volume. This book focuses on healing surgeries specific to malformations and motor disorders. Not yet.
No.
Not yet. We saw what happened to the last one. Hey, this is where Sarah Hawkins probably got her paintings. Even a few years back, it was possible for a single practitioner to know all the medical knowledge of his time. This book, which concludes the series, shows that this is now virtually impossible. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting together this collection. I'm getting pretty damn good at medicine.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
These Tibetan writings are at the origin of the esoteric movement, founded by Helena Blavatsky at the end of the 19th century. The creator of Theosophy would have drawn extensively on the texts of this work. No one has ever been able to consult them. I thought they didn't exist. This book discovered the nameless bookstore on Darkwater could be as much a fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity. Ooh, I cannot read. How am I doing? I'm still garbage at that. Let's up our psychology, and I need that investigation up. It's not good enough for me. History of Darkwater. A Puritan colony led by Reverend John Wickwood settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, just a second, here we go, which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. Alright. Darkwater Volume 4. In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the waters surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because up till then the region was a favored refugee for cetaceans. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Scylla returns to port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. So, wait, oh god. So, was the miraculous catch not actually real, or was it not a whale? Alright, it's book time. Damn right I will.
This book contains unholy knowledge.
Oh, Jesus. This collection catalogs and classifies creatures that I had never heard of. Divinities from the stars, creatures capable of traveling one dimension from another. It presents itself as reference work, bestiary work of myth, without giving details on the mythology to which it refers. Pages are covered with phantasmagorical illustrations. But I already read that one. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Let's check my sanity. How am I doing? I'm still stable. Okay. Mental trauma. Meet the Shambler. Alright. Cool. Hey, stabbing his hand is the least of his worries.
What happened here?
Doesn't look like anything happened. There's a weird painting there.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from?
Oh, they broke in.
Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Probably one of Cat's people.
To whom does this footprint belong?
Yeah.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
It seems like it.
What killed all these animals?
Probably the painting.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
Someone that has 100% control of the island and all its inhabitants, including the law. Oh, hey, how's it going? Sorry, I'm not talking about the nude picture. I'm talking about the safe with the star on it.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Okay. This isn't Deus Ex. Okay.
What the? Charles Hawkins?
What the hell?
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
I need to read it.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Alright, let's pop open this safe. Then we'll be good.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
The page seems to be hidden here. Is possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I'm in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother, if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that the reason usually prevails in this world. If by chance a person, or should I say genius, alright, oh, this is from Drake, okay. If by chance, to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents in the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of the safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon. It's far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you'll be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you, nor suffer from your actions. Alright. The least that could be said about this book. title is well conceived. The illustrations of human anatomy and dissection methods presented are illustrated in great detail. You have to have a strong heart or the detachment proper to doctors to consult its pages.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
The thing. Rayleigh. Rayleigh is, if you've read Call of Cthulhu, like you really should, is where Cthulhu is sleeping. This key that bears the Elder Sign, the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch whose purpose it is to push back the forces of the great old ones were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Okay. But that has nothing to do with Rayleigh. Alright. 1. Oh, wait, no. Wait. Oh, okay. Alright, so first of all, let's try 0, 0, 0. Okay? 1, or no, sorry. 0, no? 0, 0, 1. Okay, cool.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Written by Hermes... Can't read that. Translated and edited by Nathaniel M. Copulus. This collection of texts on different beliefs was written by the legendary philosopher. It includes a translation of the Emerald Tablet, a popular text among 16th century alchemists. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and the supernatural.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
An ancient Frisian manuscript translated by William R. Sandbach. The text claims that in the distant past, Europe and other continents were controlled by the mothers of this people, and moreover that our alphabet is derived from the Frisian language. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology. Okay, yeah.
Another volume by Arkham
A
Editions.
collection of essays on American folklore and urban legends written by Albert Wilmarth, professor at Miskatonic University.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Albert Wilmarth seems to know a lot about esotericism.
How many volumes are there in this
Jesus.
collection?
Wow. Azathoth.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Solomon.
Arkham Editions. How many
Persia,
volumes are there in this
Prophecies.
collection?
Wow.
Another volume by Arkham
Isis
Editions.
Unveiled.
Arkham Editions.
Wow.
Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Also known as the Nightmare Lyrics, this collection of poems was sensationally received when first published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old.
Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Dead and missing. Wow. Sorry, I'm not just gonna sit here and read through all of them. I got things to do. Oh hey,
Things
checks.
are not looking good.
Not looking good. This probably means something, but I don't care enough to find out.
A kind of chalice.
Wow. The Scowlet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? So it goes green, red, green. Oh, so it goes green, red, green, red. Oh. It's just alternating. Greens are all in the same shape. The purples are all in the same place. Huh.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Huh.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Yeah. They're probably just gonna say something like, nice try or something. Or, I won't make it that easy. Well, where's the thing? I want to listen to him, but...
Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this
So there's
collection?
1,
Another volume by
2,
Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions.
3...
Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this
that's
collection?
not 4.
Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions.
There's no 4. There we go. Well, that's not a person. It's a monkey. Actually, I don't know if that's a monkey. Oh, there it is, finally.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. dear friend. I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seems particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Okay. I think this one's going to be extra long. So number 1, it talks about the chalice.
The chalice of knowledge.
I need to listen to that one again.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie
Red.
fixed.
The chalice of
1,
knowledge.
2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 of them.
Set.
Let's see. I'll do that again. Alright, so it's facing toward me. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay,
In
so there are
divine gold.
5
To be the guardian of
red.
the Grail does not protect me from its attraction.
5 red
And I do
drops.
confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
So I saw 4 chess pieces. Or 4 white chess pieces. I don't think that's it though. Oh, and then 9. Yeah, I didn't think so. Let me read up on,
So these are the volumes that... What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake... What did Drake say
There
about
we
this
go.
collection?
a collection of poems by Edward Pickman Derby, also known as the Nighttime Lyrics. This collection of poems was sensationally received when first published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. Yeah. Oops.
The Queen has little protection.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious.
The chalice of knowledge. The Queen has little protection.
Probably has to do with the coordinates. I think it's letters across the bottom from white left to white right, and then numbers from white bottom left to white top left. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's the same. Okay. And there are 5. There are 5 red gems. There are 4 white pieces left, and it's on the coordinates 4. And it's talking about the 9th volume. Oh.
And these red drops, I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Maybe it's 2. No. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna have to end it here. I am really tired. I might split this up into 2 episodes. Post what you think the answer might be in the comments. 'Cause I honestly have no clue. So it has something
The
to do
chalice
with the red,
of knowledge.
the red droplets. Right. It's something to do with those. It has something to do with the chessboard. I'm not sure.
The queen
But
has
he
little
mentions
protection.
the queen, alright? And then, what am I doing? Oh yeah. Then he references,
Drake talked about so these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a
he
particular
talks
volume.
about this one. Volume 9. I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. Hey guys, sorry about the abrupt jump cut. I'm recording this afterwards. My mic got unplugged. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and tell me what you think the code is, or any way to find the code in the comments. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it. Peace out.